Catch me if you can.
Down, Grandpa. We love sunny sands because it's sunny and it's sandy and it's right by the sea. There's so much to do. We can play on the beach or go to the harbour to see Bob's boat. Sometimes we go to Mr. Mentor's lighthouse or Miss Smiley's cafe. And don't forget Mr. Whoops's toy shop, the best toy shop in the world. Today, we were at home at the mill on the marsh. Josh had gone out, so I had Grandpa all to myself. I'm really lucky to have such a brilliant Grandpa. We love playing games together.
Space spiders, weave your webs.
And Grandpa knows some great stories.
And Norbert, the brave knight, saddled his trusty steed Humperdinck and galloped towards the castle.
We play with my dressing up dolls. And sometimes Grandpa borrows their clothes, which is really funny.
How do I look?
It's not easy having a Grandpa that can shrink, but it always works out all right in the end. We call it teamwork. Today, Grandpa and I were helping Auntie Jules with her latest hobby.
Just keep still, Elsie.
Hat decorating.
Wonderful.
I think it needs just a little bit more pink.
Just then, one of our friends turned up.
Riddle-dee-ree!
It was Mr. Yomper Stomper, smiling as usual and singing as
A
usual.
riddle-dee-ree, a riddle-dee-ree. It's a rambler's life for me. Up in the mountains and down in the dales, rivers and waterfalls, valleys and vales, yumping and stomping through England and Wales, rambling and gambling free.
You're in a very cheerful mood this morning, Mr. Yomper Stomper.
Always, Grandpa, always. Here, have a leaflet. It's my latest scheme to bring joy and laughter to the residents of Sunny Sands. Donkey rides on the beach.
Yay! I love donkeys!
Oh, me too.
I think it's a wonderful idea. What time do the rides begin?
Half an hour ago. I've been so busy leafleting, I forgot.
Mr. Yomper Stomper is always forgetting.
Mustache, Geronimo, that's my donkey. He'll be wondering where I've got to. See you there later, eh?
Yes, see you later.
If we go now, we can be first in the queue.
Good idea.
I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't had a donkey ride since I was a boy.
Oh, Grandpa, I don't think you should ride the donkey. What if you fell off? It's too dangerous at your age.
I'm fitter than you think, you know.
But we'd be so worried about you. You can come with us, of course, but maybe just to watch.
Grandpa was sad. He really wanted to ride on a donkey. Grandpa decided to come to the beach with us anyway, so off we went in Campo. Auntie Jules drove us down the country lanes, over the bridge, past all the pretty coloured houses, until at last we got to the sea and our beach hut. Mr. Yomper Stomper let me be the first to have a ride.
I'll look after your hat, Elsie.
You look wonderful, Elsie.
Oh yes, we were all ready for Mr. Yomper Stomper's Donkey Day. But Geronimo wasn't moving.
Oh, fiddle-dee-fees. Sorry about this slight hiccup. Perhaps you better get off, Elsie.
So, Mr. Yomper Stomper helped me off Geronimo, and then Grandpa said...
Let me have a go, Mr. Yomper Stomper.
Oh, Grandpa, you mustn't ride the donkey.
I know how to get him going.
But you'll only make yourself tired. You haven't had your little lie down yet, have you?
No, not yet.
You'll feel so much better for it.
I knew what Grandpa was thinking, so I went after him.
I've got to have a go on that donkey.
But how? Auntie Jules isn't going to let you.
Luckily, I've brought this.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa.
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when my grandpa shrinks. He runs and jumps all over the place, and I can't catch him. He zooms about in Jason's car, and he goes chuff-chuff in the Sunny Sands train. And one of the best things he does is flying in the plane, doing big circles all around the room. He gets on my Mrs. Ostrich and makes her fly too. And sometimes he goes for a ride in my brother Josh's helicopter. He's so small, he can hide in teeny tiny places. And he can be very hard to find. He gets up to mischief wherever he goes. The toy shop, the cafe, Bob's boat, and now the beach. Grandpa wanted to get onto the donkey, but Mr. Yomper Stomper and Auntie Jules were there, so he couldn't.
Oh, bother.
Why don't we put his bucket of water way over there? Then he'll have to walk over there to get a drink.
Riddle-dee-ree, the best idea that there could be.
Grandpa had to duck out of the way. Auntie Jules put the bucket down, far away from Geronimo. We waited and waited. But the donkey wouldn't move.
I knew he wouldn't.
OK. Maybe he's hungry. What if we used a carrot instead?
Oh, riddle-dee-ree, the best idea that there could be.
No, I've got the best idea.
So Auntie Jules went to get a carrot, and Grandpa had to duck again. She put it down far away from Geronimo, hoping that he'd come to get it. We waited and waited, but still he wouldn't move.
He won't move. Fiddle-dee-fee, all the children are going to be so disappointed.
Don't be upset. Let me make you a nice cup of tea. There's a kettle in the beach hut.
But I'm supposed to be lying down in the beach hut.
Grandpa's supposed to be in the beach hut, but he's gone.
Gone?
I'm sure he's not far away.
I better go and look for him. Elsie, stay with Mr. Yomper Stomper.
I had to talk to Grandpa.
Oh, dear.
What am I supposed to tell Auntie Jules?
It'll be okay, Elsie. I've just got to find a way to get on the donkey without being seen. Any brilliant ideas?
Yes, I have actually. Wait here. Mr. Yomper Stomper, do you think Geronimo might be feeling too hot to walk?
I don't know, Elsie. Maybe.
Because he can borrow my big straw hat if he likes.
Really? Well, that's very kind of you.
Now that is a brilliant idea. Clever girl.
Riddle-dee-ree, he looks grand. I must take a photo.
While Mr. Yomper Stomper was looking for his camera, Grandpa climbed up the donkey's leg. Then he hid in the flowers on the hat. Grandpa began to whisper very softly in Geronimo's ear.
You ready, old chap? Shall we take a stroll down the beach? Come on. I know you can do it.
Smile, Geronimo.
Grandpa had to duck out of the way a third time. Then Auntie Jules came back.
I can't find Grandpa anywhere.
Here, borrow my binoculars. Hey, look, he's moving. Must be the hat. It works wonders. Come on, Geronimo.
Oh, Geronimo, this is wonderful. Makes me feel like a little boy all over again.
Grandpa had got his way at last. Auntie Jules looked and looked for Grandpa, but of course, she couldn't see him anywhere.
I can't see him anywhere. Perhaps he's gone to look at Bob's boat or to Miss Smiley's cafe for an ice cream.
Don't worry about Grandpa. I'm sure he's having a lovely time.
I'm going to have one last look, and if I can't find him, I'm calling the police.
This was a disaster. Just then, Geronimo came back. He was giving my friend Tommy a ride. Look at me, Dad.
Any sign of Grandpa?
I'm afraid not.
Stay with Elsie. I'll be back in a minute.
Whoa, Geronimo. Stop.
Whoa, Geronimo.
I had to get through to Grandpa. I needed a plan. That was great. Thanks. Dad, can I have an ice cream now? Auntie Jules is so worried about Grandpa that if she doesn't find him soon, she's going to call the police.
The police? Oh, no. I've got to go. Hope you can manage without me, old chap. Thanks for a fabulous ride.
Sorry, but I'm going to need my hat back.
Yes, of course.
So, Mr. Yomper Stomper gave me the hat, and I put it down on the sand. Grandpa escaped. he ran behind the beach hut. He took off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size.
Not at Bob's boat or Miss Smiley's cafe. That's it. I'm calling the police.
No! Give him a few more seconds, please.
I'll do another tour of the beach, see if I can spot him.
Come on, Geronimo.
I had no idea what Grandpa was doing now. Why hadn't he come out from behind the hut?
What's this hat doing in the sand? This is the last time I take Grandpa to the beach. The very last time.
And then this happened.
Look who I found.
Grandpa, where have you been?
Waiting for my ride, that's all.
We had a lovely afternoon on the beach, and then it was time to go home. So Auntie Jules drove us in Campo back the way we'd come. And Grandpa was so tired after all his adventures, he had a little nap. Soon we arrived at the mill on the marsh. Grandpa and I ran in ahead.
Oh, that was great fun, wasn't it?
Apart from Auntie Jules nearly calling the police.
True, but it all worked out fine in the end. Oh, but there's something we forgot to do.
What?
Teamwork.
Oh yes, serious. Teamwork.
What a lovely day. And it was all thanks to my hat.